talking about earlier, you got a lineup of drop shot baits here on the left, and of course our jerk baits we've been throwing on the right. When we're sight fishing using our sonar, seeing the fish as you're dropping down on them, I typically like to use a shad pattern worm, something like a sexy shad color. You know, it's got a little blue, little chartreuse, pearl, you know, anything that color. You can use flukes, you know, small flukes, anything you want to use. We've been catching a lot of fish that don't bite the shad baits on the big bite cane stick. It's got the rivets in it. It puts off some bubbles in the water when you shake it. I like to drop this down there and really give it a lot of action. We caught a lot more fish on that bait actually lately than we had the shad baits. And like we talked about earlier, when you get on a school and you kind of stop catching them on your sight fishing deal, you can pull off of them with a grub, something, you know, just a 1/4 ounce jig head, green pumpkin. You can chartreuse the tail. That's been working really good. You don't get that many bites, but when you do, it's typically a little bit better quality fish than the drop shot. And then of course the fish head spin, you can't beat this bait in spotted bass lakes. This is a buckeye fish head. I like it just because you can reel out really slow. The swivel that they put on these is real good. Any fish head spin will work. The trailer is just about as important. As long as your blade will turn, you need a good trailer, something with a lot of movement as you see there. This is a finesse bait, a 5-inch finesse. The blue, you know, don't really matter about the color on that, just something shad pattern or color. But that's it for the deep schools, and then later this month, mid to later in the month, when that water temperature gets up and stays around 50 and a little over, the jerkbait bite is going to be good. Already caught some fish on the jerkbait. The Stacy 90 SP is a real good bait for carters. It gets deeper. Of course, you can see that by the lip length. It's going to get, you know, on a 10-pound, 12-pound fluorocarbon, you can get it down 10, 12 feet. The thing with the jerkbait fishing at Carter's is to really, you can watch your graph to kind of determine what to throw there too. If you see a lot of fish real high in the water, if you're seeing a lot of bait around, these Rapala X-Wraps are a little bit better. I catch a few more fish on those. If you're not seeing as much bait up shallow or any bluegills or anything around the trees or anything, I like to go to more of the pointer 100s, something gets a little bit deeper. These pointers are real loud, especially this 90 SP. It's got a few different rattles in it. I really like that bait a lot. Just, you know, you got to fish these baits really slow, even when fish seem to be real active. The cartridge, the slower the better. So that's it for baits. As far as line on the jerk bait, I like something like a 12-pound, something real soft, 10 or 12 pound. This is some line that really, you know, I don't guess it matters. You can use any kind of soft fluorocarbon that handles real good. You don't want nothing that coils up a lot with a jerk bait. And then, you know, we'll get into talking about rods later too. But this is pretty much what I throw in March, and it'll work for you if you get out there and give it a shot. If not, give me a call and we'll get out. Thanks.